according to your own exhibit?
They are not indicated.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
Who is indicated as owning all those 10,000 shares?
There is a shareholding by the estate of the deceased James Nderitu Gachagua.
It is the estate of the deceased James Nderitu Gachagua. True or not true?
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shareholding?
10,000.
They own all the shares.
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
So they own all the shares. The estate of the late James Nderitu Gachagua owns all the shares according to your document.
It would appear so.
Is it so or is it not so? From your own document.
It on the face of the document, it would appear so.
Do you doubt this document you have given us?
No, I don't doubt it.
Thank you. The deputy president then in defense says, this is a property owned by the estate of my late brother. Is he speaking the truth or not? From your own document. The deputy president says, this is a company owned by the estate of my late brother. Looking at your own document, is the deputy president saying the truth or is he not saying the truth? Remember, you are a lawyer all the time.
The estate of the deceased James Nderitu Gachagua owns 10,000 shares.
Out of how many shares?
I wouldn't vouch for the truthness of the deputy president's
I'm saying
testimony.
The estate of the late James Nderitu Gachagua owns 10,000 shares. Out of how many?
10,000.
Mr. Mutusa, you told me you are a lawyer.
Yes.
And let's be lawyers now.
Yes.
When the deputy president therefore says this company is wholly owned by the estate of my deceased brother, is he speaking the truth or not according to your document?
It's either yes or no. We make progress. We move, Honorable Mutusa.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You had begun by telling us you have a problem with this company. You have a problem with the estate of the deceased owner holding all the shares in the company.
No, we do not have a problem with that.
From your company law knowledge, do you know the role of directors in a company?
Yes, I do.
What directors play in a company?
They direct.
Directors are management. They manage.
They direct the management.
Correct.
The leadership.
What is wrong with these two boys managing this company on behalf of the shareholders who are disclosed? What is wrong against the law?
There is nothing wrong.
Okay. The value of this hotel is part of your 5.2 billion. True or not true?
It is.
Are you willing to deduct it now from that? Because you can now see who owns it.
At the appropriate time, we will show.
Are you willing to deduct it?
No.
Thank you. So I was proceeding for you stopped me to deal with Vipingo and I've dealt with it. I hope to your satisfaction. Are you satisfied?
We can proceed.
Heartland Supplies Limited, what problem do you have with it?
If you could remind us, that was page?
Oh, sorry, page 20 of 85, company number 14.
Volume 1, eh?
Volume 1, yes. Kindly move it a
Company number?
Number 14.
Company number 14. Just to confirm, we are on the same page. This is Heartland Supplies Limited.
Yes.
We have no quarrel with Heartland Supplies.
Page 21, paragraph 17, Mothers of the Land Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We have no quarrel with Mothers of the Land.
Number 18, Pioneer Medical Kenya Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We don't have a problem with it.
Overleaf, page 22, Reader Furniture Mart Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We do not have a problem with it.
Royal Crimson Ventures Limited. What problem do you have with it?
No, not at all.
Technical Supplies and Services Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We do not have a problem with it.
You listed all these companies just to create a screaming headline for your motion with no problem with them.
We listed all these companies to show that they are associated with persons close to the Deputy President, and that they are companies that are either used or can potentially be used for purposes of corruption and money laundering.
Oh, okay. They can potentially be used. The DP intends to use them in future. So this motion is preventive.
Indeed, we are addressing fears.
You have come here to address fears that DP may use these companies in future to commit corruption.
Indeed, yes.
That's why you want this Senate to impeach the DP on this ground.
We have also shown...
No, that's why you want this Senate to impeach the DP on this ground.
There are some that we have shown have been used.
I've taken through a number of companies, Mr. Mutuse. I've taken the number of companies,
yes,
one by one.
Yes.
You have said you have no problem with them.
We have no problem with the ones that we have said we have no problem with.
Let's go to paragraph 70. A.
78A.
His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied Kenya Medical Supplies Agency officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited. Was Crystal Kenya Limited a bidder for this tender?
Crystal Kenya Limited is a local...
I've asked, was it a bidder for this tender?
Progress.
So let's read the allegation, the particulars.
Yes.
It says, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied Kenya Medical Supplies Agency officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited. Was Crystal Kenya Limited, in fact, awarded that tender?
They were not a bidder.
Were they, in fact, awarded that tender as your ground alleges?
No, they were not.
So why are you alleging that they were bullied into awarding the tender? Why are you alleging when they were not awarded?
The local representative.
I'm asking, why are you alleging that they were bullied into being awarded the tender?
Because they are the local representatives of Shobika, the company that is under investigation for this tender.
Your ground says His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied KEMSA officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited, his proxy company, full stop. Is that allegation correct? Is that allegation true?
There was no award to...
Is that allegation true?
It is true to the extent that they are
it is
local
true
representatives.
That His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied KEMSA to award a tender to Crystal Kenya Limited, his proxy company.
To Shobika, represented by...
I'm asking you a different question. You are alleging that KEMSA was bullied to award a tender to Crystal Kenya Limited. Full stop. Am I reading it correctly, by the way?
You are reading it correctly.
Is that what I have read correctly itself true?
In the narrow sense, it is not true.
Thank you so much. A, that Crystal Limited had submitted a fake big bid bond with the sole intention of fraudulently acquiring public property. What do you mean by a fake bid bond?
An irregular bid bond.
What do you mean by an irregular bid bond?
Bid bond that was found not to meet the requirements.
What was the irregularity that was found in that bid?
I guess that is why ESCC...
No. What was the irregularity? You don't know about the allegation here. What was the irregularity that was found with that bid bond? There was a specific irregularity. What was it?
It was brought outside time.
You are sure of that fact?
It was brought outside time.
You are sure of that fact?
Insofar as I know.
I'm saying, are you sure of that fact? Because you're on oath.
Insofar as I know.
No, are you sure of the fact? It was brought out of time. I've asked you, are you sure of the fact that it was brought out of time?
Insofar as I know.
You referred us to the letter by KEMSA terminating that bid. Do you remember?
Yes.
Can you draw us to that letter, the volume number, and the page where it is? And the counsel is talking to the witness, and you can see he's actually answering the question. He's a junior colleague. He's engaged in extremely unethical behavior that should not be done in a small claims court. Forget about a country's Senate. You've seen it with your own eyes.
Counsel for the Deputy President, I cannot hear exactly what was exchanged there. And therefore, I don't have the benefit of what was exchanged, and I'm not in a position to rule on it.
Okay.
Let's make progress.
Yes. I'm coming to you shortly.
We have the affidavit of Dr. Andrew Muller, who was the acting CEO of KEMSA at the time.
I've asked for the letter from KEMSA rejecting the bid, the letter, the three letter.
In our volume 1, from page 67, you are asking for which letter?
As if you refer to the letter by KEMSA that rejected the bid in this mosquito net deal.
No, I referred us to the messages from Honorable Rigathi Gachagua's son to the children, to the CEO.
Let's go to that directly. Let's just go to that issue directly so that we finish with it now that you have raised it. Are you referring to the document at page 70 of volume 1?
Yes, indeed.
From which phone number is that message coming?
It's it needs to be read.
But from which phone number? You know a phone number?
With paragraph 4.
I've asked from which phone number? Just give me the phone number.
Plus.
It is sending the message.
Plus 254 717 871 036.
I'm asking, at that page, we can see a screenshot of a message. Is that screenshot telling us the phone number it's coming from?
It is not.
It is not.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now want to deal with the document I had looked at earlier. Let's look at volume 3 of the the Deputy President's documents. You have it. Look at volume 3 of the Deputy President's documents at page 180.
Yes, there we are.
That is a letter from KEMSA.
Yes, on the face of it.
It is addressed to Shobika Impex Private Limited.
Yes.
It is setting out the reason why that bid was unsuccessful. Does it set out the reason? It says, reference is made to the above, sorry, my apologies. We are looking at page 180 of volume 3 of the Deputy President's documents. And it's been projected on the screen. For those of us who can read the font on the screen, it's been projected on the screens. It is setting out the reason why that bid was rejected. It is because the tender security was not paginated.
Yes, from this document it says so.
That's what you are calling a fake bid document. That's what you are describing as a fake bid document.
The document you have shown.
I'm asking, this reason is what you are saying constitutes a fake bid document.
Of course, if the tender security was not paginated,
yes,
it is irregular.
Are you saying it is fake?
It is irregular.
Then I'm asking a different one. Are you saying you want this sentence to conclude that this attribute, failing to put a page number on a bid document, made it fake?
It made it irregular.
I'm asking a different, the word you have used in the motion is fake. We are trying the motion.
No, but irregular.
Thank you. Your statement in the motion, therefore, that was fake is not true. It's false. Your statement in the motion that was fake is false.
Strictly yes.
Thank you. Let me move to a fairly different limb of argument. And this is now let's go to the question of Olive Gardens Hotel. Have it. I don't. I don't have it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have some massive documents here. Sometimes you... Let's deal with the affidavit of Peterson Njomo Mushira.
Indeed.
According to Peterson Njomo Mushira, how did he acquire this property? Rather, how did his company, that's the correct way of putting it, isn't it? TM Engineering, yes? How did his company acquire this property? The process of acquisition.
He says he entered into a secret arrangement with the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua to purchase the property on their...
Who was purchasing the property?
On the understanding that...
No, I'm asking a different question. Who was purchasing the property?
That TM Engineering.
The purchaser of the property is TM Engineering.
Yes.
Who is the registered proprietor of the property?
Let me confirm. This is the Olive Gardens.
Who is the registered proprietor of the property, Olive Gardens Hotel?
I'm tracing the documents. Olive Gardens, the registered proprietor is Philip Wanjema Kago.
Sorry?
Philip Wanjema Kago. Is it?
Kindly reverse the page, the volume and the page you're looking at.
This is the volume 2A, page 10 of 123.
So who is that? Who is that?
Is Philip Wanjema Kago.
I'm asking, who is he? Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Let's look at your affidavit of Njomo.
Yes.
First, you concede, he says the deputy president requested him to buy the property.
In response.
No, he requested him to buy the property as a fact.
In the deputy response.
I'm talking about what Njomo is saying. Njomo is saying the deputy president requested him to buy the property.
He entered into a secret arrangement.
No. Requested him to buy the property. As a matter of fact. Yes?
Yes.
He bought the property. Yes?
Yes. On certain terms of a secret arrangement, according to him.
That the arrangement was that?
That the deputy president would buy the hotel.
Would buy the hotel from him.
By refunding the
No. Would buy the hotel from him by refunding the money.
Yes.
Has he in fact bought it?
He would be the correct
Has he? No, you are the motion mover. You are here with us. You'll not run away from anything, Mr. Mutuse. Has he in fact bought it?
I would imagine so.
Sorry?
I would imagine so.
When did he buy it?
I do not know.
Oh, you want these senators to impeach this deputy president on your imagination?
I have said, and there is nothing wrong with not knowing. I do not know.
Does Mr. Peterson Jomo Mushira say that, in fact, the DP has bought this hotel? Does he say so, that, in fact, the DP has bought this hotel?
He says.
Does he say that, in fact, the DP has bought this hotel? Yes or no?
He says.
Does he say that the DP has, in fact, bought this hotel? Yes or no?
He says that the deputy president would buy the hotel from me by refunding the purchase price of 412 million set out in the agreement. And
if we believe Mr. Njomo, this is a promise for a future transaction. If we believe him. Yes?
He also goes
if we believe Jomo.
Yes.
What he's saying there, this is a promise for a future transaction.
It would appear so.
No. On the face of it, it is a promise for a future transaction, not so?
It would appear so. But
has that future come? Has that transaction happened, to your knowledge?
I believe so.
What's the basis of your belief?
Your own response.
Sorry?
In your response, in the DP's response, you say...
Has the DP said he has bought that property?
It was bought by TM Engineering.
Is that not a fact? Is that what Njomo is telling us?
Yes.
So what the DP is telling us, it was bought by TM Engineering, and what Njomo is telling us, it was bought by TM Engineering, factually are the same.
Factually are the same.
Then Njomo is bringing a new perspective to it, that the DP promised him, in future, I will buy back this hotel. Yes?
And that's why he's saying...
Jeme is saying,
yes.
The DP then, when I bought this hotel,
yes.
The DP then told me I intend to buy it back in future.
Yes.
By the way, is there any unlawfulness in a future intent to acquire property?
It points to a scheme.
A scheme to? A scheme to do what?
It points to a scheme.
To do what?
To launder.
Sorry?
To a scheme to hide the transaction, because...
Mr. Mutusi, let's also just be basic, sensible people. If we wanted to, we would just have bought it immediately. Yes. Isn't a promise to buy in the future itself, on the face of it, evidence of lack of immediate money? On the face of it.
Well, that's a matter of interpretation.
That's what I'm telling you now, Anders. You know you're a lawyer like me, and we are good at interpretation. In fact, we are trained in interpretation. So I'm asking you the question. Is the promise to buy in the future, on the face of it?
Jomo says they have a secret, because we do not want to assume what Jomo is saying. Jomo is saying in his affidavit, there was a secret arrangement that I cover for the deputy president. I buy it to be registered in my company, and then he refunds me my money.
Has that refund been done?
He would be the best place to tell us.
When did Jomo buy this hotel? It's around March 2023 from the affidavit. Not true?
On around 31st March.
More than 1.5 years ago.
Yes.
To date, your thorough investigation to support a motion to remove the DP from office has not revealed evidence that the DP has in fact bought the hotel. You want us to imagine he has bought it, yes?
My allegation is that he bought through proxy, and the proxy says, indeed, I have a secret arrangement with the deputy president to buy the hotel on his behalf as a proxy. And I did not allege that it has been transferred to the deputy president. I said it's an intricate web of economic crimes, white-collar crimes, that are secret.
This promise to buy a hotel in future is white-collar crime?
Indeed, economic crimes are white-collar crimes.
I'm asking, this promise to buy a hotel in future is a white-collar crime?
It is part of the scheme to hide the real owners of the property.
So let me wind up this argument because my time is running out. You have made hue and cry of the DP's wealth portfolio. At least you know that, isn't it?
Indeed.
You have also told us that even if we gave him the best possible assumption, he would be having 24 million shillings in his account because that's his salary, yes?
the known sources of income.
Are you suggesting that the DP became DP impecunious as a pauper?
Not at all, but I also...
What was his wealth portfolio by the time he became DP?
I have several...
Do you know his wealth portfolio by the time he became DP?
During the presidential debate,
Yes.
he did say that he was worth 800 million shillings.
He said it was worth 800 million shillings.
Yes.
And you would question why he would promise in future to buy a property worth 400 million.
And I question why...
Do you know the formula he wanted to use to buy the property, whether to liquidate his wealth to acquire it? Do you know the formula he wanted to use in future
That would be
to buy the property?
That would be for him to say, not me.
I'm asking whether you know you are the one to establish this charge. Do you know the formula?
I have demonstrated that the formula is corrupt and the sources of the wealth are unexplained.
Which wealth has unexplained sources that you explained?
I have shown
I thought you began by Vipingo, which we have dealt with you.
all the way from Nyeri, treetops, all the way to Vipingo. We will have our time, our day.
Sorry?
In terms of Vipingo, we will also be able to show.
When?
We still have time for submissions.
Or you're going to call more evidence?
No, we are not calling evidence. We will just point out to the other documents because we were reading documents in isolation. We'll also show other documents that point out to his ownership of the Vipingo Hotel.
Mr. Speaker, may I invite my colleague, Mr. Masharia, to pick up from there?
And thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
Would you wish to know how much time is remaining for you?
Yes, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, so far you've done 1 hour, 2 minutes.
Okay.
You have 58 minutes
58 minutes. We are
for
most
the
grateful.
entire cross-examination of this witness and those to come.
Most obliged, Honorable Senator. Speaker. Honorable Mutuse, Honorable Speaker of the Senate. Honorable Mutuse. Yes, you say you're an advocate of the High Court of Kenya.
Yes,
When were you admitted?
in the year 2018.
2018.
Yes.
So you've been practicing for 6 years.
Indeed.
According to the Senate website I'm reading here, between 2013 and 2022, you are the Chief of Staff at the County Government of Machakos. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So from 2018 to 2022, you could not practice law as a public officer. Is that correct?
That is true.
So you have not done any conveyancing transactions. Is that correct?
That is not correct.
How have you done conveyancing transactions as a public officer?
I have academic, professional, and experience in conveyancing.
Academic, not practical.
Professional and practical experience in conveyancing.
How did you do conveyancing while working for Machakos County Government?
I was not in private practice, but I am involved in many.
Yeah, name one transaction, for example.
Well, maybe I can't remember now.
Maybe what?
I cannot remember at the moment.
You can't remember a single transaction in your illustrious law career you've done. Let's move on. Honorable Mutuse,
Yes,
on what party were you elected when you came to Parliament?
Maendeleo Chapter Party.
Maendeleo Chapter Party.
Yes,
And you were elected in the year 2022.
indeed.
Is it correct to state that Maendeleo Chapter Party is a member of the Kenya Kwanza Coalition?
Yes, it is correct.
Did you sign a coalition agreement to form part of that Kenya Kwanza Coalition?
Yes, we did.
You did. Do you have any role, any specific role in Maendeleo Chapter Party?
No, I don't have.
You do not have any role.
Yes.
I want us to deal with grounds. I believe your counsel led you on what he said jointly were grounds 1, 5, and 6. Ground 1 and 5 and 6 deal with the utterances you stated. And let me get some facts straight from you. You said one of the things that vexes you the most about these utterances, you mentioned sensationally Rwanda, you mentioned Sudan, you mentioned various countries having problems. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
And you said that my client, the deputy president, was a DO in Molo during the clashes.
I said, it is said that he was a DO in Molo during
It
the
is
clash.
said.
Yes.
So this is not a fact. Yes or no? It is not correct that he was not a DO in
I do
Molo.
not know it out of my own information, but it is public information.
What do you mean by public information? Either he was a DO or he was not. Can you confirm yes or no? Was he or wasn't he? Or don't you know?
He was a DO?
He was, no, Molo, please, let's not waste time. Was he a DO in Molo or was he not, to your knowledge?
It is publicly alleged that he was a DO in
To
Molo.
your knowledge, not to the public, to you, Mutuse MP Kibwezi, was he a DO in Molo or not, to your knowledge?
I believe so.
I'm not asking for your belief or imagination. Do you know or do you not know?
Well, I do not have it as a matter of fact.
Okay, let's move. Now, you confirm that you are a member of the Kenya Kwanza coalition.
Yes, indeed.
Please go with me, if you will,
Yes.
to page 417, honorable members, 417 of volume 3 of the Deputy President's documents. That one. And as you put a finger there, Honorable Mutuse, honorable members of the Senate, Mr. Mutuse, if you'd go with me to page 6 of volume 1, this is the special motion.
Volume 6.
I said page 417, keep a finger there, page 417 of volume 3. These are annexures in support of His Excellency the Deputy President.
Yes.
And then volume 1, which is your motion, at page 6 of 85. But let's begin with page 6 of 85. You're there, page 6?
Yes, I'm there.
You're there.
Yes.
This is the allegation you see in the middle there, and I'll read for you quickly so that we don't get stuck, which begins with the words, a government is like a company. Can you see that?
A government is like a company.
You can see that.
Yes.
I want you to show me where in that paragraph the word tribe, ethnic, kabila appears, even once.
It is not there.
Go to page 7, overleaf. Can you see the sentence beginning, haiwezekani mtu ambaye alikuwa akikupiga kelele akichunga? Can you see that?
Yes.
Show me where the word kabila, tribe, or ethnicity appears.
It is not there.
Paragraph 13. A government is like a company. Can you see that at page 7?
Yes.
Show me where the word tribe, ethnic, or kabila appears.
It is not there.
Let's go to page 8. Sisi lazima tungeangalia nyinyi. Hii serikali ni kampuni na hii ni shares. Si ndio? Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Show me where the word tribe, kabila, ethnic appears.
It doesn't appear.
Paragraph 15, does it appear?
What?
At paragraph 15, at page 8 of 85.
What does not appear?
The same words, kabila, ethnic, tribe.
No, they don't appear.
They do not appear. And finally, at paragraph 16, at page 9 of 85. You can see that?
Let me read through. I can see nikuwe nikichunga mambo ya watu wa mlima.
Very good. So Mlima is a tribe.
It's a region.
Is a region. Can you please name for me the counties in that region?
Several.
Central is not a county.
I've said several.
Several, there are 10 actually. Read them out.
Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri, Embu, Rakanithi, Meru, Nyandarua, Nakuru,
Laikipia.
Laikipia. Which other one?
The 10, all of them.
Okay.
Now, do all those 10 counties have one tribe? To your knowledge?
They do not have one tribe.
Thank you. Now, would you agree with me that the government or the party or the coalition that is the majority in the Senate and in the National Assembly is the Kenya Kwanza coalition?
Yes.
So the ruling party is Kenya Kwanza?
The ruling coalition.
Is the ruling coalition?
Yes.
And they rule because they are a majority?
Yes.
You agree with that?
Indeed.
Very good. Now, to your knowledge, if you now go with me to page 417, is a letter, can you see that? Page 417 of volume 3
Yes.
of the Deputy President's documents. Can you see that?
Yes.
It is addressed to the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties,
Yes.
and it is signed by our professional colleague, Professor Kithure Kindike. Can you see that? Council for Kenya Kwanza Alliance Coalition.
Yes.
You can see that.
Yes.
In the middle is a paragraph beginning with subsequently. Can you please read out for me the parties that were constituent parties of Kenya Kwanza?
Subsequently, on 12th April 2022, the following political parties were admitted and signed to join the coalition pursuant to Article 24 of the Coalition Agreement. Chama cha Kazi, Communist Party, Devolution Party of Kenya, Economic Freedom Party, Farmers Party, the Service Party, Tujibebe wa Kenya Party, Umoja na Maendeleo Party of Kenya, Democratic Party of Kenya.
Thank you. If you go with me to the first of those coalition agreements, it is to be found at page 418. Can you see that?
Yes, I am there.
At the very top there, under the date, who are the constituent, who are the parties that have signed this agreement?
United Democratic Alliance Party and Amani National Congress Party and Ford Kenya Party.
Thank you. If you'd go with me to page 420, a few pages from there.
Page 420, I'm there.
Paragraph C, Article 5, Paragraph C. Please read that out fairly quickly.
The validity or legality of this agreement may not be subject to challenge by any founding or future coalition member party or their respective individual party members before any organ of the coalition.
And Paragraph D?
Any constitution, rules, regulations, or guidelines, whatever the nomenclature of founding or future member parties, which is not inconsistent with this agreement, is null and void to the extent of the inconsistency.
So this is the master agreement of the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Is that correct? Yes or no?
It is correct.
Thank you. Do you know why these agreements are signed and under what law they are signed?
Yes, I know.
Please tell us.
They are signed under the Political Parties Act for various reasons. Number one is...
No, I asked you the law. Now, do you know what specific section requires a coalition agreement and what is to enter into a coalition agreement?
Well, not offered, but I know.
Schedule 3. Does that ring a bell for you?
The Schedule 3 is what states what the elements of a coalition agreement.
As a member of the Kenya Kwanza coalition, according to you,
Yes.
are these agreements of your coalition drawn in accordance with the law?
Yes, they are.
So they are lawful.
Yes, indeed.
They are enforceable.
Yes, indeed.
They are the basis upon which Kenya is governed,
Basis upon which Kenya Kwanza coalition is run.
is governing the country.
The country is governed by the Constitution of Kenya.
Correct. But the Kenya Kwanza government that is governing, these are its constituent documents. This is the foundation of Kenya Kwanza.
But they are not superior to the Constitution.
I did not ask for an argument. I asked, is this the foundational constitution? You've just read about it saying that it is...
It is the coalition agreement for Kenya Kwanza, yes.
Thank you very much. Would you know whether Maendeleo Chap signed any agreement to enter the Kenya Kwanza coalition?
Yes.
You did?
They did sign.
Are you familiar with the contents of that agreement?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes.
Are you certain about that?
Yes, I know.
Very good. Then let's first go to the documents we're reading here. Let's begin at page 426.
Page 426?
Yes.
I am here.
Article 19, can you please read the heading?
Article 19, sharing of county assembly responsibilities, leadership.
Sharing.
Sharing.
Very good. Article 20, please read the heading again.
Sharing of leadership of parliamentary committees.
Sharing.
Yes.
Let's go to Article 21.
Sharing of national government responsibilities.
Let us start with A. UDA shall nominate the coalition's presidential and deputy presidential candidates in the general elections of 9th August 2022. Did UDA provide the president and deputy president for Kenya Kwanza coalition?
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
So that part of the agreement was implemented.
Yes.
Very good. And then you can see at Article 21E, the functions of the deputy president is to chair committees, oversee implementation of cabinet decisions, and so on. Would you know whether this particular section was implemented or not?
In terms of the functions of the deputy president?
Yes. Would you know?
Yes. To the best of my recollection, it was put into effect through an executive order.
So that was also implemented?
Yes.
Go with me to page 428.
Page 428?
Yes.
We are here.
F. Can you see F at the top there?
Yes, I can see F.
A and C shall nominate the prime cabinet secretary for appointment by the President of the Republic. Did the leader of ANC, was the leader of ANC nominated and appointed as the prime cabinet secretary?
Indeed.
That is correct.
Prime cabinet secretary and cabinet secretary for foreign affairs.
You can confirm the name. What's the name?
His name is Musalia Mudavadi.
Mudavadi.
Yes.
Very good. And the functions you see at J and I, was that also implemented?
Yes, they were implemented.
Very good. Let's go to page 429.
Page 429, yes.
Paragraph L at the top.
Paragraph L at the top.
Ford Kenya shall nominate the Speaker of the National Assembly for election in accordance with the Constitution. Did Ford Kenya nominate and was the nominee in fact elected as the Speaker of the National Assembly?
Indeed.
Indeed. That was also implemented?
Yes.
Very good. Now, let us go to N. Please read out for us N.
ANC and Ford Kenya shall have 30% share of the positions in the national government, including cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, ambassadors, high commissioners, heads of diplomatic missions, chairpersons of state corporations, directors of state corporations, and chairpersons and commissioners of constitutional commissions, provided that their for sale 30% share positions in the national government shall be shared equally between ANC and Ford Kenya.
Who would be the appointing authority for those positions?
Well, different office orders.
Remember, you're a lawyer.
Some by the president.
Yes.
Others by cabinet secretaries appointed by the president. And others through Public Service Commission by way of competitive.
Now, but ANC and Ford Kenya were promised 30% share positions in all these positions.
Indeed.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, they have a 30% share.
Yes.
So, when you hold shares, what are you called?
Okay. In a company, they are called shareholders. I do not know what they are called in a political party.
I'm talking about English. When you hold shares, what are you called?
Shareholder.
Thank you very much. So ANC and Ford Kenya are 30% shareholders in Kenya Kwanza, correct or not?
They are 30%.
You have just told us when you hold shares, you're a shareholder. Please, Mr. Mutuse, do not fear. Speak the English.
Okay, they are 30% shareholders.
They are 30% shareholders?
Yes.
Thank you. Let's go to Article 22.
But not in a company.
Mr. Mutuse, please answer the questions when you asked. Let's go to Article 22.
My apologies.
Let's go to Article 22. Please read paragraph, the one that begins with pursuant.
Pursuant to the principles of equity, national development, and fair allocation of national resources, the Kenya Kwanza Alliance administration shall endeavor to fulfill the following developmental obligations in the ANC and Ford Kenya strongholds of Western Kenya within the electoral period starting 2022 and ending in 2077, on a priority basis.
Stop there. Please tell me, what are the ANC and Ford Kenya strongholds in Western Kenya? As a member of the coalition, please tell us.
Come again?
What are the Ford Kenya and ANC strongholds in Western Kenya?
Western Kenya.
Yeah. Read for us the counties.
Or you want counties?
Of course.
That would be the county of Bungoma, the county of Kakamega, the county of Vihiga, the county of... which other one?
I am the questioner, you're the motion mover. Please answer. Now,
Primarily those ones.
these are priority projects for one region, correct?
Yes.
And this is a shareholders agreement, correct?
This is a coalition agreement.
Coalition agreement. It says shares. You've just told us that here yourself.
Because it has a heading.
Now, let's read the projects. Go to A.
Completion of all existing incomplete or stored bitumen road projects within the aforesaid counties is at 9th August 2020.
Let's stop. These are projects for one region, correct or not?
Yes.
Would you say, as you have alleged here, that by Kenya Kwanza focusing on one region, certain projects, what you are accusing the deputy president of saying must be implemented, how does that cause disunity or ethnic strife? As a member of Kenya Kwanza, you're a member, you're the one who said this. Tell us what you had in mind.
This is in promotion of regional inclusivity of all regions in the national development.
But we are talking about Western here. Can you please show me in this document where other regions are mentioned? Please go through it quietly. Take a minute. It ends at page 433. It starts at page 418. Show me one other region mentioned there by name in the whole document.
This is a coalition agreement specific.
Please, Mr. Mutuse, answer my question.
Is
there any other region mentioned by name in this document?
There is no other region.
Thank you very
This
much.
is specific
Thank you
to
very much,
ANC
Mr. Mutuse.
and
Mr.
for
Mutuse,
Kenya in
please.
respect
Mr. Mutuse,
of a
please
particular region.
focus to my question. Is there any other region?
Not in this document.
Thank you very much. That was my simple question. Let's go to page 434. Who are the signatories to this agreement?
Several.
Name them.
William Ruto,
Yes.
Musalia Mudavadi,
Yes.
Moses Wetangula, Veronica Maina, Simon Gikuru, and Chrysanthus Wamalwa.
And it is.
Professor Kindiki.
Do any of these persons bear the blame as you pile on the deputy president for causing ethnic strife by focusing on one region in a document?
None of them has made pronouncements to similar to.
They're in the document. This is an agreement, and it has been implemented.
And none of them has a motion on the impeachment.
So let me understand this, and be careful with the answer here.
Yes.
Your problem with the deputy president is that he spoke out aloud what was written in the agreement that formed the government. Yes or no?
There is no way I've.
No, yes or no, Mr. Mutuse?
The deputy president has not said the people of Western have not been given what.
No. He spoke about shares. We've read. He said everybody deserves their share. So it is in the agreement you've confirmed.
But we have also to be faithful to the agreement.
We have to be faithful to an agreement that gives shares.
A coalition agreement.
But we mustn't talk about it.
The deputy president is not accused of saying the people of Western Kenya have not gotten their share.
Let us go back to your document, Mr. Mutuse.
Please.
Go back to page 7.
Page 7 of volume?
Page 7 of volume 1.
Yes, there we are.
A government is like a company. I did not say it is a company. I said it is like a company. In every company, there are shares, preferential shares and ordinary shares. When there's an AGM, non-shareholders do not vote or attend. When there are dividends to be divided, they're divided according to the number of shares. This is the truth. A government, and this is the government being formed here. So, Mr. Mutuse, are you saying that the problem is that the Deputy President spoke out aloud what was written in an agreement deposited with the Registrar of Political Parties and which formed the government?
I am not saying that because there is nowhere in the coalition agreement we spoke about a company.
All right, let's move on. Let's go to the agreement at page 435.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
What is this agreement? Who are the parties to this agreement?
Kenya Kwanza Coalition
Yes.
and Pamoja African Alliance Party,
Yes,
otherwise abbreviated as PA.
PA. Let's go, if you don't mind,
Yes,
to page 438.
page 438.
Yes.
Yes,
Can you see Article 7?
yes, I can see Article 7.
Please read what it says.
Priority projects and programs. Upon winning the presidential election scheduled for 9th August 2022, the coalition administration shall ensure the following within the 2022-2027 development cycle. You want me to read all?
Or let me make it short for you. Between Article 7A
Yes,
and 7I,
yes.
I want you to tell me whether any other region other than coast is mentioned in those priority projects. This is page 438 of volume
Want me to take a
volume
minute to read?
3.
Want me to take a minute to read?
No, just please flip through in a second. It shouldn't be long. Let me help you. There's none. All of them deal with cost. Can you see that?
D is broad. It says involve local communities in the management, benefit sharing of the resources associated with the blue economy.
Do you know what blue economy refers to?
Yes, I do.
Is there a blue economy in Makueni?
There is a blue economy in Kisumu.
Very good. So this deals, other than the D, the rest of it is all cost.
Well, reverse operational changes that have been carried out in the recent past, whose effect has been to relocate some of the core activities. Well, basically cost, but also with a national, with a national nature.
You can read them for yourself, their cost. Now let's go with me to Article 8 at page 439.
Page 439, Article 8.
8A. It says that PA shall nominate a candidate for the Speaker of the Senate. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Page 439, paragraph 8A. You can see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Did the candidate nominated by PA in fact become the Honorable Speaker of the Senate?
Indeed.
He did. Let's go to Article 9. Please read Article 9A.
Sharing of responsibilities in the national government. Upon the coalition winning the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in the general election scheduled for 9th, PA shall submit one qualified nominee for appointment as principal secretary in accordance with the applicable law and procedure for appointment.
So PA was allocated one principal secretary position as its share of national government. Is that correct?
According to this agreement, yes.
Thank you. Let's go to a very interesting one. Go to paragraph 9C.
Yes.
Please read 9C.
PA shall be entitled to nominate other qualified persons for appointment for positions in the national government, including principal secretaries, ambassadors, high commissioners, chairpersons of state corporations, chairpersons of constitutional commissions, and other appointive officers commensurate with the number of members of National Assembly and senators that will be elected on PA ticket vis-a-vis the total number of elected under the ticket of other coalition constituent parties.
In simple English, when the number of the national government positions for PSs, ambassadors, state corporations, and etc., including constitutional commissions and other appointing offices, will be allocated to PA commensurate with the number of members of National Assembly and senators. Doesn't that mean that PA will be allocated positions based on how well it does in the election? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let us go to page 440 again and 441. You can see that?
Yes, I can.
Again, you can see it signed by the party officials. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see.
His Excellency the President, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Honorable Senator of the National Assembly, my village mates and Senator Veronica Maina, Simon Gekuru, Chrysanthus Wamalwa, Ibrahim Mutwafi, and Benedict Furaha. You can see that?
Yes, I can.
And you confirm this is an agreement of the Kenya Kwanza coalition?
Yes, between Kenya Kwanza and PA.
Very good. Honorable Speaker, I'd now like to play a video. This is video number 7 in the Deputy President's documents.
Hapa Murang'a mumenipatia waziri ambaye anasimamia fedha yote ya Kenya. Anaitwa Profesa Njuguna Ndung'u. Hapa Murang'a mumenipatia chairman ambaye anakusanya ushuru yote Kenya. Anaitwa Bwana Maura, anatoka hapa Kandara. Na nyinyi watu wa Murang'a, waziri wa maji ndio huyu yuko hapa. Kwa hivyo kama kuna watu shareholders wakubwa wa hii serikali ni watu wa Murang'a. Na hiyo kazi nyingine yote tutahakikisha kwamba inatimia.
Stop there.
Watu wa Murang'a tumekubaliana.
Honorable Mutuse.
Council.
Who was speaking in that video?
President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto.
What words did he use? What did he say to the people of Murang'a?
That he has appointed many of their locals into his government.
Did he say, nyinyi watu wa Murang'a ni shareholders wakubwa wa hii serikali?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes.
And what, among other things, is one of the primary duties of the Deputy President?
To deputize for the president.
To assist the President.
Yes.
When the Deputy President assists the President in talking about shareholders, how does that become an impeachable offense that does not attach to his principal, the President?
That is not one of the functions assigned to the President by the Constitution.
It is one of the functions in your founding documents. So he's assisting him in that function. It's politics. What is the problem with that? He's the deputy party leader for UDA.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know.
Yes.
Let me ask you, before you filed this motion of yours, which my colleague Elisha Ongoya calls false, he used some other words.
I can remember them.
You can remember them?
Yes.
You want to, now that you know what you have done, what are they?
No, I can remember Ongoya's words.
What are they? Now that, describe yourself. What was it used?
Go ahead. You can ask him for assistance.
Now, when you say that the Deputy President used words in support of something the President himself said, how does that become insubordination?
I have not said that the Deputy President used words in support of what the President said.
So when the President says to the people of Murang'a and not to the people of, say, Makueni, that nyinyi ni shareholders wakubwa wa serikali, is the President's words likely to incite ethnic hatred, violence? Rwanda, are the President's words likely to turn us to Rwanda, as you suggested?
The President is not on trial.
Sorry?
The President is not on trial.
Oh, I see. So his assistant, who assisted him do the thing.
Counsel for the Deputy President, you have 30 minutes.
I'm most obliged, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Mutuse,
Yes.
by assisting the President in something the President said, signed, and effected most of these appointments, would you confirm with me that most of these appointments, for example, Principal Secretary, were made by the President?
Yes, indeed.
Cabinet secretaries were appointed by the president.
Yes, indeed.
In fact, under the Constitution, does the deputy president have any power to appoint anybody? Sorry?
Not expressly.
No. If it's by insinuation, tell me where, which law, what law are you talking about?
The president can sign an instrument for him to deputize by way of signing an instrument of appointment.
Sorry?
Maybe the president can delegate some power of appointment.
Are you aware of any power delegated in this government?
I am not.
Is there any you know of?
I am not.
You're not aware of any?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one of the other allegations
Yes.
is that the deputy president, in these utterances, thereby ensured that other regions did not have adequate development. Is that correct?
That they have the potential to discriminate.
Potential.
To discriminate.
Let me ask you something, and this is a question not just about this allegation, about the companies you said, about all the things you've said here.
Yes.
Before you filed your motion,
Yes.
did you write to the deputy president to ask him to explain himself?
I was not under obligation to do so.
You are not.
So I did not.
I want you to go with me to page 431.
Page 431 of volume.
Volume 1, the same volume we're reading here.
Volume?
Volume 3.
Page 431.
Yes, page 431.
I'm on
You're there, page 431.
page 431, yes.
Can you see Article 26?
Article 26, yes.
Yes. It deals with dispute resolution.
Yes,
Does Kenya Kwanza have a dispute resolution mechanism?
I believe so.
Did you attempt to invoke that mechanism?
This is not a dispute. This is not a coalition dispute.
Okay.
It's not a coalition dispute.
I asked this question because I asked you, did you ask the deputy president why he said any of these things? Whether he was acting on presidential instructions or why was he doing it? Did you ask?
I did not.
You did not ask him.
I did not.
Did you ask him about these companies you are saying, what he does with them?
I did not.
You did not. Did you ask him about these companies, these parcels of land? Did you invoke your Article 35 rights to find out the truth?
I did not.
So you just jumped straight into these allegations with a motion that has animated the whole country with rumors.
There is no requirement for me to write to the deputy president to ask for any clarifications.
Let me get this right. You're saying there was no obligation on you to verify the facts before filing the motion?
I verify them with the necessary organs of the state.
What are the necessary organs of the state you verify them with?
Registration of companies.
Yes.
We are able to verify ownership with the business registration services.
Yes.
And others.
All right, let's go to another area now. I want you to go with me to page 497.
Page 497
of volume 3. Please go with me to page 497. Go to page 497.
Yes.
You're with me there?
Yes, I am.
Page 497, can you read at the top there what it's called?
Kenya
Yes.
North and Northeastern Development Initiative.
Yes.
NEDI.
NEDI.
Mission Aid Memoir.
Yes.
March 27th.
Yes.
To April 6, 2023.
As far as you're aware, does the deputy president come from northeastern Kenya?
No, he doesn't.
He does not. If you go with me, you can see this is about frameworks for how that area will be developed. But I want you to go with me first and foremost to page 500 and page 501.
500 and 501.
Yes.
Yes.
You can see that?
Yes.
Now, you can see there are 28 programs that were being undertaken under that program. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
You can see that.
Yes.
Now, go with me then to page 502 and 503.
502 and 503.
Yes.
A list of participants.
A list of participants. You can see that.
Yes.
The top 10 participants are from which office?
Office of the Deputy President.
And there are many other leaders of Kenya there. Can you see that? Page 502 and 503.
And people from different communities, I can see.
You can see that.
Yes.
I want you now to go with me to page 505.
Yes.
Can you see Annex 2 at the top there?
Active NEDI projects data.
You can see that.
Yes.
It lists a name and then it has World Bank funding financing US $1 million. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Can you see NEDI share in US dollars?
Yes.
If you could get your assistant as I lead you in another area to do the totals and confirm that the total for the World Bank funding is $3.8 billion, the total World Bank funding for the country. Okay? Your assistant there can help you with a computer, which is 514 billion Kenya shillings. Okay? The NEDI share being supervised by the Deputy President in that column, he can confirm as we go on over something else, is $1.99 billion. The percentage of dollars allocated to the NEDI area is 52% of the national figure. Okay? Would you say that is marginalization by the Deputy President's office?
This is not a program by the Deputy President. It is a program by the government of Kenya.
Fantastic. You raise a very important point. You know, government has no money. Government has taxpayers' money.
Indeed.
The question is how it uses it.
Yes.
It borrows money and taxes.
Yes.
This program is run by the Deputy President's office.
Yes.
So all I am asking is a program run by the Deputy President where 52% does not go to the region he comes from. Is that likely to cause ethnic hatred? Is that discrimination? That's my question to you.
No, it is not.
Thank you very much. Go with me now to another area. Go with me to page 410.
Page 410?
Yes, 410. Honorable Mutuse.